Buonasera, Presidente Biden. Oh, Presidente Biden. President, Mr. President. It's okay?
Are you okay, President?
Ok, tutto a posto. Welcome, benvenuto. No, di nuovo, mamma mia. President, Mr. President, ecco.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Ok, it's okay.
Yeah, very good.
Si sente bene,
Yeah.
sì.
Thank you.
Thank you, mamma mia.
Thank you very
Ecco.
much. I feel good.
You are welcome. Buonasera. Dove va? Mr. President. Oh, mamma. No, non arriva la metropolitana.
Gang, this is Italian television mocking our weekend at Bernie's president. Our nation has become an international laughingstock under this incompetent regime, and more members of Congress have had enough. Also, Trump is absolutely exploding in the polls. We're going to see the latest, including one survey shocker that has the media absolutely panicked. Also, could the State of the Union be canceled? One congressman is saying, yes, absolutely. We're going to see the latest. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. As we saw with that Italian television skit, the legacy media's attempt at covering up Biden's rapidly declining cognition isn't fooling anyone. In fact, while the legacy media has largely done everything it possibly can to treat Biden's dementia the same way they treated the Hunter Biden laptop in the 2020 election, it's actually the international media that's been on the front lines of documenting the disturbing decline in Biden's mental and physical health. But now, members of Congress are more and more calling on Biden's cabinet to put an end to this painfully obvious absurdity. Representative Ken Buck of Colorado, who's no friend of Donald Trump's, by the way, he's a rabidly anti-Trump Republican, but even he has seen enough. He's just introduced a measure in Congress that's calling on Vice President Kamala Harris to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Biden from office. Now, one of the reasons why this is turning heads is that Buck has been consistently opposed to impeaching Biden. He isn't going along with it. And yet, he's now introducing a measure that in many ways is even harsher. The 25th, as many of you know, deals with the process of removing a president who's no longer capable of carrying out his duties. So Buck is in effect saying that Biden isn't corrupt. He's, for all practical purposes, comatose. He's clearly incapable, again, as the international media fully recognizes, he's clearly incapable of carrying out even the most basic duties of President of the United States. Now, this resolution, of course, follows on the heels of the bombshell Her report that found that Biden, frankly, was unfit to stand trial for illegally stashing classified documents in his garage. Almost immediately, Speaker Mike Johnson came out and publicly declared that Biden is completely unfit for the Oval Office. Quote, "A man too incapable of being held accountable for mishandling classified information is certainly unfit for the Oval Office." Again, almost immediately after the Her report dropped, hashtag 25th Amendment started trending on X, formerly known as Twitter. Senator Josh Hawley explicitly called for invoking the 25th Amendment. Senator Mike Lee of Utah tweeted out, "If ever there were a time to invoke the 25th Amendment, wouldn't that time be now?" And it just went on and on and on. It caught on like wildfire. But this now is the first time a representative has actually formally filed a motion calling on Biden's cabinet to basically remove him from office. In the end, this is all just the latest blow to a colossally crumbling presidency. And now we're beginning to really see it in the polling. We got a polling shocker. It's going to absolutely blow you away. But first, as you know, we look out for each other in this channel. Your safety and security is our number one concern. So if you haven't secured the deed to your home as of yet, you need to click on that link below right now and protect yourself and your loved ones. Gang, I was shocked, seriously, when I found out how easy it is to access the deed to my house, and not just access it, but actually change it. The deed to your home is the only document that proves you own it. But the problem is that the deeds to all our homes are now online, and criminals are free to find that deed, forge your signature, refile as the new owner of your home, take out tons of loans using your home's equity, and then they stick you with all the debt. But that's where our good friends over at Home Title Lock come in. Gang, they're simply amazing. Home Title Lock gives you the peace of mind that the deed to your home is absolutely and completely protected. Click on that link below right now. Use promo code Turley Talks, and all you got to do is enter your address for your no obligation home title scan to see if you're already a victim of deed theft. That's $100 value, absolutely totally free if you use my promo code Turley Talks. Gang, don't wait for the worst to happen only to regret you didn't do something about it when you could have. Do what I've done. Do what countless patriots have done. Click on that link below right now and secure your home today. The new Emerson poll just dropped literally hours ago, and it's an absolute bombshell. Trump is now officially winning in every single battleground state. Every single battleground state. Trump is winning by a low of 2 in Pennsylvania and Michigan and a high of 6 in Georgia. But that's only head-to-head. When you add in the third-party candidates like RFK and Cornel West, his lead skyrockets to 10 in Nevada, 9 in Georgia and North Carolina, 6 in Arizona, 5 in Pennsylvania, 4 in Wisconsin, 3 in Michigan, 2 turtle doves. So according to this Emerson poll, the third-party candidacies are absolutely devastating Biden right now. They're crushing him. Plus, check this poll out. This is the one that's the shocker. This is really freaking the Dems out. This is the latest poll from the solid blue state of Maine. Yes, you're reading that right. It has Trump up by 6. Now, this was a poll conducted by the polling firm Pan Atlantic. They have a very good accuracy record. They rightly projected that Biden would win Maine by upwards around 9 in 2020, which is exactly what happened. Gang, this same polling outlet now has Trump up by 6. It represents a 15-point swing to Trump since 2020. And it's not just the battleground states. We're now looking at the very real possibility that Trump will be the first Republican to carry Maine since 1988. He's already on track, according to the latest analysis from Decision Desk. Trump is already on track to win 312 electoral votes in November. That's the biggest electoral landslide by a Republican since George Herbert Walker Bush in 1988. And that's not even including Maine, obviously not. But if Maine's about to fall, what other blue state is next? This is what's seriously freaking out Democrats as we speak. And again, gang, it just gets worse. Now we even have Republicans in Congress saying that Biden is so irrelevant, Biden is so incompetent, his presidency is in such shambles that they're thinking of skipping the State of the Union address this year. Pennsylvania Representative Scott Perry is openly calling on Speaker Mike Johnson to bar Biden from delivering his annual State of the Union address, since it would be a total waste of everyone's time. His presidency has, for all practical purposes, imploded. The border's a mess. The economy's a mess. Violent crime's a mess. The international order's unraveling. And the incompetence of the Biden administration is literally incapable of doing anything whatsoever to resolve any of it. So what's the point? So there are growing calls from within Congress just to skip the theatrical antics of the State of the Union altogether. Now, the president is constitutionally required to submit a State of the Union every year, but there's nothing that requires he actually publicly deliver that State of the Union before Congress. That's just part of the sideshow that's developed in this theater of the absurd in D.C. So I, for one, would love to see Republicans put an end to this. They're the ones who formally invite the president to speak in the House chambers. Why not forego that invitation? The Biden administration is an obvious joke. The whole world sees it. Maybe it's about time our leaders made it clear to the world that they see it too. As always, gang, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Let us know what you think about all this in the comments section below. God bless. As many of you know, we have unfortunately been completely and totally demonetized, which is putting our daily communication with one another at risk like never before. Now, we are actively working on getting this resolved, but as things stand, This channel has, without any warning, been totally and completely demonetized. And as Elon Musk said so powerfully last week, the whole point of these demonetization efforts is to deliberately try to make us patriots feel like we're all alone. They want to sever our relationship with each other and force on us a kind of digital solitary confinement so as to demoralize us and discourage us like never before. But to their horror, it's not working. Over this past week, you have carried this channel like never before. We've had more people than ever make the courageous decision to bypass big tech and join our Insiders Club. We have direct access to one another that can never be interrupted by big tech overlords. Over the last 7 days, we've seen literally thousands of you come to our rescue. And you've done it in 2 ways. You've signed up for our free newsletter and you've officially joined our Insiders Club. Those 2 acts alone are enough for us to collectively stand together and never, ever have our relationship severed. So I'm inviting the rest of you to do the same today, just by clicking on that link below and signing up for our newsletter and joining our Insiders Club. You are guaranteeing that there is nothing that big tech can do to get between us and make us feel like we're in a digital solitary confinement. It's as simple as clicking on the link below right now and opting into our free email newsletter. And once you do that, you can financially support us by joining our Insiders Club. Gang, from the bottom of my heart, I cannot thank you enough for your support during a time like this. You are my heroes, and it will be my mission to express my appreciation for every single one of you each and every week.